All right, what's up, guys? Welcome back to the US Champion Cup. We're watching Illusion versus puCK. We're getting well along there in the lower bracket, and Illusion took game one. Very nicely played from him, and puCK is tasked with coming back 2 in a row. It's doable for puCK, but Illusion has been playing pretty well, and he played that last game so solidly. It seems like when he got to the late game, it's not even an issue.
No.
Yeah.
You know, I beat him in late game, but
yeah, that's true. You did well.
I had to point that out. We do have puCK here. Mothership Core harassing, taking Robo very fast.
Right.
That was right after the Nexus. And now I'm interested in here is
he going to go for the? No, he's not. You're going for the Twilight Council again, is he?
No, you wouldn't get a
Whoa.
Robo. You would never get a Twilight Council.
Okay, there's Robo.
Fast.
Yep. I didn't see the Robo. Okay. We're back to standard then.
Well,
in a sense.
It could be standard. It also potentially, we could see some crazy, like really fast Colossus Soul. No, he's chrono boosting Observer.
Right.
So it's very standard play. Just wants to scout out Illusion, and then he'll base his play on what he scouts.
Yep. I think that's a solid way to play.
That's a very fast starport.
Oh, it is, isn't it? It's definitely going to be a fast medevac, I would think.
Yeah. No, he's not like Battlecruiser Russian.
Yeah, or like a weird Banshee timing.
No.
I mean, Banshees are much cheaper now in Cloak, so it's like a delayed Cloak Banshee thing. I don't know. It's definitely going to be a medevac, so might be trying to drop quite a few Marines here in the early stages. Maybe send a few Marines into the main, and then try to poke and prod at the natural. Try to swing in some Marines to get some damage done to the economy, to the probes. Could be a very solid strategy for Illusion.
It's like a Thorazane build, kind of.
Yeah, and it's all about kind of testing your opponent's multitasking ability, and if anyone's good at multitasking, it might be puCK. puCK is really good with his multitasking, especially in the early game, especially controlling a low amount of units, making sure units are correctly appropriated to the main and natural expansion to deal with any threats.
I know what this is.
Ooh.
Exact same build he did against
tank.
me in Game 3.
Really? He did this?
Yep, he did this to me in Game 3.
So explain.
The idea is, it's like a Marine tank timing, which everyone thinks is dead in Heart of the Storm because Photon Overcharge and then the tanks can't shoot you, right? But what he does is he moves it up, and when it hits, he has one medevac with a second one, like, basically about to come in, and he just picks those guys up and drops them in your main. And if you're like, I play double forge a lot, right? So I don't have the units to hold the drop in my main.
Yeah.
It's a really cool type of build.
I mean, there are nice places you can put a tank here to get that damage done.
I do think that puCK is pretty much hard countering it with the way he's opened.
Right.
Because he can chrono boost Immortals out from the start. But puCK's kind of cutting units out. And in fact, he's not even building any Immortals. Of course, he hasn't scouted yet, that's why. So he could be in trouble, actually.
Uh-oh, medevac dropping into the main base here from Illusion, and the tank perfectly positioned there on the low ground. So puCK is going to have to start coming up with ways to deal with this. Looks like a cannon is being added on. Photon Overcharge deployed. We have a robotics bay on the way. Continue with the pro production, making sure he doesn't get supply blocked. And Illusion right now, it's all about pressuring that main, pressuring the natural expansion, and he's still doing stuff back home. It's not like this is all in. He's still establishing his infrastructure, continuing with tech upgrades, all that stuff. So, you know, just trying to get some damage done, using the tank to support on the low ground, trying to get some shots up, just now sieging up, but that wasn't the best trade at all there for Illusion. puCK's going to be happy about that trade.
Oh, but wait!
Oh, trying to get the tank, but a lot of Marines going to be dropped down onto the high ground, and another tank coming forward. puCK just needs time right now.
He does. I'm interested. He's going straight for the Colossus, which, of course, once you have the support bay up, is the right move, because the Marines are the bigger threat over the tank.
Right.
But I'm curious why he didn't chrono boost Immortal beforehand. But Illusion's playing is slow enough. Once that Colossus gets out, I mean, if you kill the Marines, like I said, your Stalkers or Zealot, there's only 1 or 2 tanks. So tanks aren't the biggest threat. But, oh, look at this. Those tanks are in range of the ramp. And look at that. He forced another Photon Overcharge in the main, which means that natural is very exposed now. Illusion's going to go lift up. He can start, he's going to start working his way around towards this natural base. It's going to be what he's looking at.
He has a Colossus just now popping, which is...
But Thermal Lance is a good ways away. And tanks will kill Colossus very fast. We'll see how he does this.
I mean, as long as he prevents the leapfrogging from happening, like, the tanks aren't in range of anything right now. So...
But they're close.
Sure. And that's super scary.
And
Oh, Colossus overextending a little bit. Don't want to take too much damage.
How does he stop this Bio Army from killing his Nexus? He's got to be so with these tanks
Just
here.
keep force fielding, I guess. Keep him away.
Oh, it's 3 tanks on siege now. That's a little vulnerable. Okay, now they're all getting siege again. And this tank is like, it looks like it's vulnerable because it's alone.
This is pretty cool.
Yeah,
I hope Terrans don't do this against me. That's what I'm hoping right now.
I mean, he crushed me with this build in our game 3, and it looks like he's looking really good against puCK in this game 2. puCK has to go in soon, and Nexus is at half life now. There's Mothership Core.
Oh,
it has a photon overcharge.
You can't let that Nexus die. He might go for it soon. I'm surprised he didn't try to mix in an Immortal here. That might help a little bit against the tanks, you know?
Yep.
Especially considering where they're positioned.
I was surprised as well, honestly.
Yeah. Like, I feel like just Immortals instead of Colossus might be like super good here.
Yep.
Maybe just one Colossus and then go to Immortals.
Oh, Colossus! Be careful. You can't take on that many tanks. Oh, and that Colossus takes a lot of damage.
Yikes.
Thermal Lance is now done. That's huge, actually, because with Thermal Lance, he can't put the Marines here to shoot the Nexus because Colossus can counterfire it.
Yep.
And the Photon Overcharge is buying him a lot of time because he can't really tank push. But there's now 5 siege tanks. A 3rd command, and you know, he's trying to transition out of this too. A 2nd E-Big on the way. 3rd command center, 3 more barracks.
Oh, here he goes. puCK gonna try to break this right now. Thermal Lance is done. Marines trying to extend forward to target on the Colossus. The tank's doing so much damage from below, and look at all this firepower from Illusion, even microing back those Marines a little bit fancily, and puCK just like that out of units in Illusion, up 105 to 77 in supply, and puCK might be knocked out here of the US Champions Cup.
I don't feel bad losing this anymore. I mean, puCK's losing to it too, man.
Yeah.
He still has 2 Colossi, but oh, the Nexus! Illusion can almost dive that at this point, but he's careful. Illusion's being so careful here. I'd like to see that. Oh, there's nothing to shoot the Viking. I mean, there's nothing to tank the Bio or the tanks either. So
he's trying to make it happen with fancy Colossi play, but again, as you said, the Viking is going to go unimpeded. Both Colossus are going to fall. This Nexus is dead as well, and puCK has to be feeling it. I mean, came so far in this tournament, but he is going to be knocked out here by Illusion. Almost an impossible situation to come back from, but great play there from Illusion. Great control on those tanks, setting up those pretty darn perfectly and reacting appropriately to what puCK was doing. Patience is so important when you're doing something like this as Illusion, making sure you're leapfrogging appropriately and not throwing away any units.
Yeah, I mean, Illusion got a bit impatient there, threw away a couple tanks, but at this point, I mean, even if all this gets cleaned up, which it probably will actually.
Right.
Looking back at his base, we've got a lot of barracks. We've got 2 E-Base. He's working on 1-1. He can start 2-2 as soon as that's done. And he's got 3rd command center, right? Got 3rd base over here,
fine.
fully operational.
He's happy. He's smiling. His fingers are dancing across the keyboard very casually. He knows he just needs to not make any silly mistakes, and he can go on to the next round of the lower bracket.